y'all. So it is day, I don't know what, of the redo of the backyard garden. We're about to go down here and start doing some measuring. Went on the HoseLink website because I have not opened any of the boxes yet. I looked at the sizes that they have. I was looking originally to do the 6.5 by 3.5. Then I saw they have a 5 by 5, right? That would put me closer to, so these are all of the sizes that they have. These are HoseLink 9-in-1 garden bed options. So they had a 5 by 5. What I'm gonna do today is try to measure out this 5 by 5 space and mark it to see what I'm looking like. So let's go see what we could do, y'all. Okay, so before I completely went with this plan, I decided I would bring a portion of it out to see if it was gonna fit like I think it is, and it does, and I still have a good amount of space, y'all, so I'm super excited. I think I'm going to like this. The only thing that's left for me to put on is the rounded sides and the two, so I figured this is a good idea. That's probably gonna stop about right here, right? We love that for me. But I'm gonna put the rest of the beds together. I'm gonna bring them all out, except for this one, in pieces, because it needs to go around the trellises. And so with that being the case, I hope it goes around this trellis. I'm looking at that now. I don't know how wide that is. I feel like it'll fit literally right in there. So, all right, let me go do this. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And if you are not new here, you know I started on a garden redo, renovation, redesign, whatever you want to call it, early August. Today is August the 22nd, and I am just about done. The only thing that's missing is some lights, and they haven't gotten here yet. Just want to take a moment to thank HoseLink for sponsoring this video. HoseLink is a company that I have worked with several times. If you're not familiar with HoseLink, they are a company who provides us with our watering needs, amazing hose reels, but in case you did not know, they also have garden beds now. But we'll talk a little bit more about HoseLink in the video. But y'all, I'm so excited to share the redo with you. I have so much more space. It is so much neater. I did not lose a lot of planting space. I still have my bags, and I gained a new sitting space, which I love having sitting spaces in my garden. And this one is now the central point in my garden, like the main thing that you see. I think I started this redo around, like, I don't know, August the 6th or the 7th, something like that. Today is the 22nd. Anyway, I want to show y'all around. I want y'all to see the garden because I'm just very excited. I started gardening in 2020, and in 2020, I just thought, you know, I need everything. I need everything. I was excited to get it. I had things that I wanted in ground. I had things that I no longer want now that I had, that I don't have now, because this year has been the year that I have decided this garden needs to be what I want right now. In 2020, that is what I wanted. In 2026, I want space. I want ease of planting, ease of harvesting, and that's what I think I have made. I'm super excited. So y'all, let's go take a look around the new garden. I'm also gonna answer some of y'all's questions because you know I've been doing like sneak peeks. Now we are done. Aside from some additional solar lights that I want to put up, we're pretty much done. I'm excited. Pretty much the whole garden is also planted for fall. It has been hot here, and so far nothing has bolted, crossing my fingers. Nothing has died either, but I have been watering as well. Been making sure that I water, because that's very important when you first plant out anything. So we about to get off track. Let's go look at the garden, y'all. So nothing has changed here. We still have our yellow door, our yellow gate. Right up here we have our grapevine, and I started to taste these. They are starting to ripen. They are not completely ripened yet though, but they're falling off if you can see. We have some grapes. This one is pretty ripe. These are soft but not ripe, but you still could eat them. They taste really good either way. These are muscadine grapes. But when you come in, first thing you see is a new seating space, y'all. I absolutely love it. I got it off of Amazon. It folds like really easily. See, folds right in. So we have a nice little seating area. When I get flowers, I'll have flowers in here, but I love where it's sitting. I really, really like that. It's right in the middle, but if I need to come down it with the Gorilla cart or anything like that, I can. I'll just fold it up. We also added some lights. These lights are from Homestead. We're waiting for another string of these lights because they're gonna come from this cattle panel trellis across and go back over here. I'm replacing the lights that were there because that's what these lights are. Wanted to see how it was gonna look, and it's absolutely beautiful at night. The other thing is, a while ago, a viewer sent me these lights. So also very pretty at night. I will put a picture of the garden at night up on the screen, but it goes all the way down. And then on this side, it comes back up. Well, they come back up. I'm super excited about the lights. Like, lights make the garden dreamy to me. They make it feel very magical to me, very cozy. And now having the sitting space in the middle right here is just gonna be so awesome. I sat out here yesterday. I was out here until after dark. It was amazing. And it doesn't hurt that I also have another hose link light right here. It is motion censored. If I do any kind of movement or something, it will come on. So let's talk about these garden beds from Hose Link. This is a new product that they have. I currently have 4. The one here is Hose Link. This is from Hose Link. This is from Hose Link. This is also from Hose Link. I chose the 9-in-1. I think they have a 6-in-1 as well. So you could configure that one bed 6 ways or 9 ways, depending on which one you purchase. It is 6mm metal. That's a very strong metal. These beds should last for quite some time. They are also certified food grade, so they are eco-friendly and they're non-toxic beds. You also can get a trellis system to go with them, as well as like a greenhouse kit. So you can continue to grow in them during the winter, and you can extend your season with the greenhouse kit. I do not have the greenhouse kit, but I do have the trellis, and I'm thinking about putting it on the bed over here. Instead of putting the cattle panel back, I can use the cattle panel somewhere else, but we shall see if that's how it works. I was going to put it over here on this bed, but I think I could probably trellis stuff in here on the porch if necessary. We're probably gonna use it in this bed. So if you're in the market for garden beds, for solar lights, a hose reel, I even have the thing that you pull weeds with that you don't have to bend over. It's basically you use your foot to pull the weeds. I'll put it here on the screen. There's a link down in my description to Hose Link. If you're interested, you just want to check them out, see what they have, you can do so. If you choose to make a purchase, you can use my code 2026 Yellow Door to get $15 off of a $75+ purchase. And I want to thank Hose Link for sponsoring this garden renovation, redesign, redo, and for sponsoring this video. Thank you very much, Hose Link. As you can see, I also planted out my fall garden. And I don't think y'all saw this. When I started this video, I thought that you had, but you have not. Because the day that I did it, my neighbor behind me, they were having their roof redone. And I was tired of taking care of these plants that were getting waterlogged because we keep getting a lot of rain. And I am not complaining, we need the rain. We were very dry for a good portion of the summer, but I didn't want to keep trying to take care of them in this weather. With that being the case, I went ahead and planted out a lot of stuff in here. Let's talk about what's in the garden beds. Pretty much all of the beds on this side, they are planted out. There's other places that's not planted out because either it's gonna be garlic, because I decided my garlic harvest was not bad and I got a decent amount of garlic powder. So we are gonna do garlic. We're not doing onions, but we are also gonna do shallots for fall. Let's finish looking around and I'm gonna tell y'all what's in these garden beds as well. Let's talk about the bags. People seem to be concerned with the way that these bags are lined up. I'm not concerned at all because peppers is what will go in these bags and potatoes is what will go in these bags. Potatoes and peppers have not ever shown signs that they don't want to be close. And I have a attachment that goes on my hose, so I will be able to water if necessary, like if I'm not going to use the sprinkler. If you remember, I had a row of 5 bags here. Well, 10. There was 5 going this way, 5 going this way. They were right beside each other and the bed was right beside that. So I don't see an issue with it. When I plant out my potatoes this year, 9 of these bags will be potatoes, and then the bags going down will also be potatoes. Some more of the purple bags over here will probably be potatoes as well. I will plant my peppers, but we may just leave all of these for peppers. I have not decided, and maybe we're thinking that these are gonna shade things behind it. Bags were already in front of the block beds, and the block beds were lower to the ground. So I don't think that this is going to be a problem. If it turns out that it is, I'll absolutely share that with you. But I personally don't think that this is going to be a problem. These beds are 5 by 5. If you saw my reel, I don't have an issue with reaching into the bed to get to the middle when I'm using my stool. That wasn't a concern for me because I had already tested it. Right here, have a bed full of green magic broccoli. So it looks like we might have had 1 casualty right here, but I have some extras so I could put it in here. We also do have a little bit of pest pressure, but if you've been watching my videos, you know we had pest pressure before I planted any of these out. So with that being the case, we absolutely love these beds. You know what else I meant to tell y'all? They don't have as many nuts and bolts as other beds. You know, normally you would have a nut and a bolt here, nut and a bolt here, nut and a bolt here. Anyway, you are going down 2 nuts and bolts on each part that you have to put together. I love that for me. They have created this so that you lose 2 nuts and bolts that you need to put in each place that you are connecting the bed. So that's a significant amount of work that you don't have to do. I forgot to mention that when we were talking about them earlier. I love that about them. Oh, and a few people had mentioned the color. Right now, green is the only color that they have. And someone asked me, was it mint or was it sage? These are sage. So just want to throw that out there too. But I'm loving them. I think the color is beautiful. And I like that the main garden has a color now. I like that. But anywho, we planted out broccoli. In this bed, there's only 24. I use the square foot method. So I plant a plant in every square foot. It's only 24, and that's because I left the trellis up. And for me, it's worth it. 1 plant to taking this trellis down and putting it back up. It's okay for me. Down here, we actually were able to get 25 in. Not sure what the difference was. These are also green magic broccoli. We got 1 right here. I think it was already eaten up when I put them in because we already had pest pressure. But they are looking decent. Then we also put 1 of the cucumbers in. This is the Halcinator. Something is eating it. It really doesn't want my garden to do great. And that's okay. Not any more summer plants. I hope that it doesn't start to eat my fall plants after the summer plants are gone, because I did go ahead and plant out the cucumbers because I want to see if I could get 1 more round of cucumbers before the weather breaks on us. The other thing is we have this garden bed back here, and this is a 9 by 2, I think. You could get, 18 plants in here if you do square foot method. I have put my calendula in here, some of my calendula. Tonight, I'm going to up pot my snapdragons because they will go in the back. Snapdragons will live all the way through the winter. Calendula, I've heard that they do. However, I don't think I've ever gotten it past that. Anyway, so y'all, we decided that we're gonna put our blueberries in these pots. I went and got some peat moss and some potting soil, mixed that together 50-50. So now we have our blueberries in these pots. I think these pots are 20 gallons. I think it looks so good over here, so much neater. We had 6 blueberry plants total. We now only have 3. One of them died because I didn't get them back into soil quick enough. The other 2, I still have them, and unless I find a spot where it does not create an issue in the garden, they will be actually gone. The fig tree is still here. Once the season ends, I'm gonna also put the fig tree in a larger pot. It's not gonna stay in this bag. We kept, of course, our lilac green stalk here. Still haven't gotten it level. Look at the eucalyptus. Somebody pointed out this eucalyptus in the other video that I did. It looks real good. That's a eucalyptus I'm doing absolutely nothing to, y'all. I've been saying that probably for 2 seasons now, and it makes it through our winter here. I do think I should start to harvest it, or, you know, cut it or whatever and use it like I said, because I imagine more will grow like it's doing right here. We love that for me. Over here we got some collards going in. So these are Georgia Southern collards right here. This is the Armenian cucumber. I just don't think any of, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get anything. Something is really eating things up. Over here you got more broccoli. In case you're new here, the main garden is basically broccoli and collards. I did throw some cabbage in just because I want to see if this variety, the Katarina variety, I just want to see if this is going to do better out in the open. I know that it did really well in the greenhouse, but I want to see if it'll do well out here in the main garden too. So I had some extras, so I put them out here as well. Anything else, kale, any other collards I want to grow, kohlrabi, anything else is going to go in green stalks. I have a goal for my broccoli. I want to say 6 months for that one. 6 months worth of broccoli, and I want to grow that in this backyard in my garden. So that's what we are shooting for. Which is why most of the main garden is just broccoli, okay? Just want to throw that out there. And we're not doing a full garden tour. I just wanted to show you the redo, and then we will do a full garden tour when I get everything planted out. Here we have more broccoli. The ones that looked bad, they came into these 2 beds right here. This space gets a little bit shaded, and I figured don't put my best ones over here. Just use what I had left over. Now this one looked like a good one. I don't know how that ended up here, but we got 6 more broccoli here. I used the square foot method in here as well. And then back here you have more broccoli plants. They're all Green Magic. Last year I did a trial because I wanted to see like which broccoli is going to do the best for me. Green Magic was hands down the best for me. I did, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 different varieties. I think this was the best. This is what I started this year because I need broccoli and I need side shoots. I need all the broccoli I could get, just like I feel about my spaghetti sauce or tomato sauce. I need that. That's what we're shooting for, and we only have 1 type of broccoli this year. And right here we have a Katarina cabbage. It's only 1 type of cabbage this year too, because this is the cabbage that I had my first real success with. That's also planted. And then I have my mini-me cucumbers, which look better. We have 3 of them. I was only able to get 1 of the other 2, but yeah, we have 3 of these, so I'm hopeful. And nothing's really eating it. You can see a little bit of biting, but not like the other 2. All right, so right here we have our Top Bunch 2.0 collards, and we have 18 of those in this bed because we use the square foot method, like I said. Oh, I did put blood meal into all of the holes. Blood meal is good for nitrogen, and these plants, the fall plants, love nitrogen. You're growing it for the greens. That's what nitrogen is good for. So the only thing I added to the hole was blood meal. The beds were already amended with granulated fertilizer, with rabbit manure, and meal grinds. So that's what I use to feed the soil. The blood meal is going to feed the soil too. It's also going to break down over time, so it's not available right now. What I'm going to start doing is fertilizing with fish emulsion, which is a liquid fertilizer that will be immediately ready for the plants. So that's my plan for the whole garden for fall. I'm not more than likely going to use my all-purpose. I'm going to use fish emulsion. It has always worked out well for me. That's that bed. Very happy. Looks so neat. Was so easy to plant out. I sat on my stool, got it planted, moved along. Y'all, these bags, I put sunflowers in, I put beans in. Like, these are bush beans. Whatever was eating the pole beans ate the bush beans. Also started eating these sunflowers. It is not interested in letting me be great with any more summer plants. We just gonna let that be what it is. Over here, we don't have much going on. This is, however, where I moved my seedlings. I was tired of the tables. The seedlings are just out in other beds. This bed is going to be shallots, and I'm going to attempt to cover them. Over here is my saffron bed. And when I was cleaning up from y'all girl, Brooklyn, I noticed they were separating, so that's really cool. As I understand it, they will start coming up sometime in September. I'm gonna get all of this stuff planted out very soon. This is gonna be a garlic bed. This is gonna just be saffron. I'm gonna let the saffron spread and just do what it would like to do. We still have these tomato plants because there's still tomatoes on them and they haven't ripened, so we're gonna let them ripen. Now, over here, if you remember, we have a bunch of bags. There were things over in the flower bed where the blueberries are now that I was like, I don't know if we're keeping it or not, but if we do, it's gonna come over here. So I went ahead and I put them into bags. So this is comfrey. I know it does better in the ground. I am thinking that we could make this a comfrey bed. We shall see. I just don't think that we're gonna grow a good amount of food down here unless I decide to like really cut this back. And I might do that when I cut this front because I will be cutting the front. Back to what we were talking about. We kept the St. John's wort. I cut it back to see if that could help because it was getting woody. We kept the mint, but I separated it. So now we have 2 mint plants instead of just that one. And I can keep doing that. Oh, and up under these mint pots are plastic trays because the roots of the plant can get through the bag and I do not want that to happen. And then right here, we have lemon balm. So that's what we kept. We did not keep the anise hyssop and we did not keep the feverfew. I was not using it. That's a new thing this year. If I'm not using it, if I'm not ever probably gonna use it in the near future, we're not growing it. Or if it's just not working in the space, like the fruit trees, we're not working in the space. I still do want to get dwarf fruit trees. I need to find those and then I will figure out, I will figure out where they can go and then I will get them. That's the new garden redo, y'all, and I absolutely love it. I feel like this is gonna make gardening just a lot more easier on me. I really, really do. So let me step back and show y'all the garden real quick. I think this is gonna be a short video. I just wanted to show y'all. I think it looks really good. So you got your asparagus bed, you got your grapevine, and then I just can't wait to see all the lights out here because it was so dreamy and magical last night. It was absolutely amazing, y'all. I absolutely love it. Oh, and the wood chips. I'm not saying wood chips is going to be my last thing that goes down here because I had to use 22 bags and it's still not covered. Those bags were $3 and some change a piece. I'm still not sure that I'm not putting grass down. I appreciate everybody sharing, but at the end of the day, it's gotta be something that I want to do, something that I can afford. It's gotta be all of those things. And so I appreciate you sharing. And right now, it's wood chips. In case anybody didn't see, I've done chip drop. I did it a year or so ago, and I'm just not moving wood chips again. It was a lot of wood chips. It's a great resource. For me, the bags of mulch worked. I just wanted to point out some of the things that I did for my space. I think that it's gonna make it really, really good for me. I'm very excited. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.